Hello everyone, this is Nurul Amin from Sky Blue. Anyway, today's video is all about invalid SIMs on iPhones. What do I mean by invalid SIMs? So invalid SIMs could be basically you're putting your SIM card into an iPhone and there's no service coming up, there's no network or anything, and it basically just says invalid SIM in a nutshell. So I put this video together to maybe give you some few tips on resolving the situation. Okay, number one, I would always say to people, maybe you bought the phone from EE in the United Kingdom and you're trying to put an O2 SIM card in there. So what does that mean? That basically means that EE have locked the SIM card, locked the phone to the EE network. So you can't put O2, you can't put Vodafone, or you can't put Libara, Leica, or any other network into the iPhone. So you have to come to a phone shop like myself and get the phone unlocked or dual banded. All that basically means is that once the phone shop has unlocked your phone will be unlocked for life, and you can put in your O2, your Vodafone, your 3 network, Libara, Leica, Tesco as the SIM card, and it will work. Plus the added benefit is that you can take that SIM card abroad, take the phone abroad and it will work. So you can take that phone abroad and it will work internationally, globally. You go anywhere in the world and the phone will work, and the activation lock will no longer show, or invalid SIM card. Okay, number two can be just basically a simple process of powering off your phone, just pressing the power button, sliding it across and waiting between 30 seconds to anything up to 2 minutes, waiting for your phone to power down. Sometimes that just reboots the phone, and guess what? You switch the phone back on and you're back to normal again. It just works. It's just crazy, but that's how it is. Number 3 is basically what you can do is update the software on your phone. So what I suggest that you do is get a very good Wi-Fi connection, go to settings, go to software update, and see if there's any updates available. If there is, you need your battery life to be above a certain 25 or 30%. And then I always tell customers, look, charge up to 80-90% and then do it. But if you're in a rush, doesn't matter, do it while it's on charge. But press download, wait for the download to happen. Have very good internet speed, guys, because if you have a very good internet speed, it'll either take you 10 minutes or it'll take you 45 minutes to an hour to do the software update. Genuinely, get yourself fast internet connections and bam, get that software downloaded. And hopefully once the software update's done, then all you need to do is basically just go to network, go to settings, and just on and off aeroplane mode and just see if that helps. Okay, another thing I would say that what you can do is go to a phone shop like mine, Sky Blue Connection, 206 Witten Road in Aston, Birmingham. Go to a phone shop, and if your phone's on EE only, get another EE on a pay-as-you-go. Put that SIM card into your phone and see if that works, because maybe your SIM card has just become faulty or something. If it's become faulty, then it's just one of those ones. You just need to, if a new SIM card works in your phone, EE new pay-as-you-go SIM card works in your phone, it's just a straightforward process. Either you can do 2 things. You can A, ring up EE on 150, speak to customer service, and basically they'll just ask you a few questions, your name, your address, your date of birth, and maybe a few numbers that you ring. That's it. Pass security and just say to them, look, my SIM card does not work. I've just come to another phone shop. I've put an EE SIM card into my phone and it works fine with other SIM cards, but it just doesn't work with this SIM card. They'll post it out. EE will post the SIM card out and they'll get to you within the next maybe 3 to 5 working days. Most likely 3 working days. Another thing that you can do is just go to the EE shop directly, take a driving license, take your passport or a utility bill, go there and basically prove that it's you that the SIM card belongs to, and within like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they'll do their diagnostic and then they'll transfer your number onto a blank SIM card and you're up and running. It's as straightforward as that. I think that's the best way, because where my shop is next to Perry Bar One Stop, and I always send in customers to the EE shops, and you know what? EE just sorts them out like that straight away. Another thing which is crazy, the next one I was going to say is, see who's paying your bills. This is crazy, but it happens. We've had customers where other SIM cards work, this and that is messing around, and I've just asked them, look my friend, do you pay your own bills? Does it come out your own account, direct debit? And have you paid your direct debit? The customer will turn around and say, no, my other half pays for it. Then I'll be like, find out if they've stopped the direct debit, because the network provider EE, once you haven't paid about 2 months or 3 months, they basically block the SIM card. So all that means is no calls are coming to your phone. It's just a straightforward process to sort that out. The person who owns a SIM card needs to ring up EE and say, look, start the direct debit again, give the card details or give their sort code and account number, and just pay out the outstanding bill if they owe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and you're back up and running. What other solutions are there? There's another one I can think of, which is, you know, the SIM card tray that pops into your iPhone. The SIM card sits in that SIM card tray. It's bizarre, but sometimes that could get a bit loose, or that just basically doesn't fit flush into the phone. And basically on a SIM card, there's 6 points, and when you put the SIM card in the SIM card tray and you slot the phone into the iPhone, all the points have to be touching onto the particular part of the motherboard on the phone. If it's not touching the point of the SIM card, then that could be an issue why that you're having that issue with the invalid SIM or no SIM card. So I always strongly recommend people try a SIM card tray as well. That may just resolve it. And then another thing I would suggest people do, this is a good one I'm going to tell you. Go to settings, scroll down, go to reset. When you go to reset, look for reset network settings. The first two are reset the phone, reset settings and contents. Don't do them two unless you want to delete everything on your phone. Go for the next option, which is your network. Basically, you reset in your network. Sometimes with your network, certain things happen, and when certain things happen, then you just need to basically reboot that part of your phone. So settings, scroll down, reset, press on reset, options will come up, then go to reset network, press on that, and then what will happen, don't panic, what will happen, the phone will switch off. You wait, and then the Apple logo will pop onto the screen. Just wait, don't press anything. Please be patient, because you can mess up the phone if you start messing around with it. Then a bar will come up underneath the Apple logo. It's like an energy bar. And then once that bar, hollow bar, goes all the way across, fills up, then the phone will switch off. Wait. And then wait for about 5 to 10 or 15 seconds. The phone will basically reboot and come back on. Nothing on your phone will get deleted. No settings will get deleted. No apps, pictures, music, nothing will get deleted. all it's doing is just resetting your network settings with EE, or if you're with O2, or if you're with the Vodafone, it just basically just gets rid of it, whatever it needs to do. Sometimes catch files or whatever it is, it needs to reboot. If that doesn't work, then we're getting a bit more into the next stage. The next stage I would say to people is do what we've just done. Go to settings, scroll down, go to reset, and then go to reset, basically settings and content. What that will do, that will basically delete everything on your phone. And once it's deleted everything on your phone, it's like you buying a new phone. So you know how you buy a brand new phone, you switch the phone on, you put your iCloud details in there, then you set up your password, then you set up your Face ID, then you put your Wi-Fi connection details in the password, and then you just basically follow the steps, next, and it takes you on to the main desktop settings. Now, remember one thing: when you reset the phone, just remember your iCloud password, because the iCloud password will be needed to basically go to all the next stages. Anyway, once you've resetted the phone and you've popped the SIM and you put the SIM back in, that should technically sort the phone out. If that doesn't solve the situation, then Houston, we have a problem, a big problem, because everything I've told you is software related or simple little tips that can sort the phone out, which I've collected over the many years of running my phone shop over the last 16 and a half years. So if that doesn't work, then we're going down to the nitty-gritty, which is it's got to be a physical situation. The phone may have been dropped, or maybe water's got into the phone somehow. So when I mean dropped, the phone's dropped and one of the IC component on the motherboard has fallen off. These components are miniature, minute, they're millimeter in length and diameter, and basically they sometimes when you drop it and it's a big drop, 3-4 of them come off. If it's a mini drop or a small drop, one of them will fall off. But just because of one has just fallen off, it could cause your phone from short-circuiting or not functioning properly. And we know that is when you go to settings and you go to about and you scroll down and look for basically the firmware of the phone. When you see that blank, then you know there's a situation. Then it's 100%. If those firmware numbers are missing, then you know it's a motherboard issue. So when it's a motherboard issue, you need to basically get a level 4, level 5 technician, possibly a level 3 technician to do soldering on the motherboard. They've got to solder on the right position, desolder, solder back onto the phone. And basically, you need to get an experienced technician that knows what he's doing, that's done these repairs previously, that's got at least maybe 40-50 repairs like this under his belt. Because you don't want to be messing around with these type of repairs. Believe me, we've seen some repairs where customers have come with their phones from other phone shops and they've come to our phone shop, and it's horrendous. The motherboard's got residue on there, burn marks on there. They didn't even put the phone back together properly, and basically you're giving yourself a less probability of the phone getting repaired. So also with these type of repairs, there's a I would say an 80%, 70 to 80% chance of the phone being repaired again if it's been dropped. The problem we have is a lot of people, they drop their phone in water, in the sink, in the toilet, in the washing machine, or they drop it in a pool of water. in a swimming pool, and then they go and do the one thing that they shouldn't do: put the phone on charge. What do I mean by putting the phone on charge after having water residue in your phone? It obviously electrocutes the phone. It electrocutes the phone, A, short circuits the phone, B, and you fried the motherboard. So now other ICs components have now popped off the board. They've just gone now. It's popped, pop, 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 pop. Or basically, you know, like you have customers who drop it in water and then they think, yep, don't worry, what I'll do, I'll just get a hairdryer. They hairdry the phone, okay, and then, or they'll put it on top of their central heating, or they'll put it in rice. Now that's cool, that's good, but that's external. What about the water on the motherboard? Internally inside your phone? Because what happens with water, it goes onto your motherboard and it basically starts to corrode on your motherboard. It starts to crystallize on parts of your phone. So what you'll start to see is the first day is working fine, but the second or the third or the fourth or the fifth day, you know, when you're pressing on the screen, it's lagging and it's not responding properly. And now the camera's got a blur in it. When you put the phone next to your ear, it's crackling. Or when you're watching a YouTube video, it's just vibrating and it's crackling, and the full sound is not coming out from the speakers on your phone, the loudspeaker. Or when you're trying to make a call on your phone, the loudspeaker is graded out and you can't make a phone call on the loudspeaker. So the reason why this happens is because people are not patient. All they had to do, switch the phone off or let the phone power down automatically, take it to a phone shop. What we will do, any phone shop, you just say to them, look, I've got water in the phone. We will dismantle the phone. We've got this special spray that we spray on. It's like an alcoholic kind of spray, and it evaporates it off all the residue of the water. It basically just flushes out straight away. And then we get to the parts, we brush down any residue that's been there from overnight, and then basically we let it dry. Then we put the phone back together. Then we check out your battery. Then we'll change your battery maybe, or maybe change your charging port. We can test these parts out. And so then what that does is it gives you a better probability chance of getting your phone repaired. Water is the worst thing ever. If you get the phone in water, please, please, please don't put the phone on charge. That's all I ask you to do. And then just take it from there, really. Bring it to the phone shop and give us the best opportunity to get the phone repaired.